Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rob. I'm building a 12256 Imperial Star Destroyer, and it's a resin kit. I had a bunch of videos uploaded prior to about a week ago, but I didn't. The intro was no good. I had to re-edit. So I'm building another one, same exact kit. I'm gonna actually just rehash the rest of the kit and upload the rest of my videos. Turned out really well, and this is an identical kit. It's the same one, so I'm just going to go over the parts and what I did to build it. So I bought this kit on eBay, and there aren't many people that sell it. There's, I think, one or two guys, and the castings are really nice. The seller has been really accommodating. He's very responsive. I had a part that arrived that broke, and he shipped me a replacement part, no questions asked. It was actually a main part. It was one of these aft sections where the engines attach. It was cracked. It was the only part that was damaged. Luckily, I bought two kits from the guy, so I could use the part from the first kit to finish it, and now I have both of the parts for the second kit, so I can kind of move on. So it's about 20 main pieces. As you can see, I already started this one, and it's also includes a bunch of small pieces. So all of the small pieces are nicely packed in plastic, and the engines are in here, the detail, the deflector shield, dome arrays, the bridge section, the photo etch, and all these pipes that go on the back of the ship by the engines are all included. So the parts are really nice. They're cast very, very well. There's a lot of detail in this thing, and if I compare it to other Star Destroyers that I've seen, there's a lot more detail than I've seen in others. So it's a big kit. It's 29 inches long. It's about 18 inches wide. So I have to make a lot of room for this thing. The main sections for the superstructure, there's, oops, I already started, just all I did was clean these up a little bit and prime them. There's not really a lot of flash or anything on this, surprising for a resin kit. There's a couple of spots where I had to clean out just a little bit of resin that would have totally screwed up the way the part actually sat. Some of these holes and notches where the parts fit together were clogged with some resin, so I had to clean those out. And I already did start drilling holes for the fiber optic on this, which is a long process. And there are a couple different ways you can light the kit, but I think fiber works really well for this size of a model. It's not as bad as it looks. This is the bridge section. I did the front, the sides. I don't even know how many fibers are in here. Probably about, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 or something like that. I followed pictures online, and also video caps of the movie to see the lighting of the ship, and you can go crazy with it, but it's really kind of sporadic, and it's a lot of lights in groups and lines, so you have to kind of get it right, or it's going to look like a Christmas tree if you put too many in. If you put too few, then it's probably just going to make you look lazy. I don't know. Maybe the power's out or something on part of the ship. I don't know. So it's not that hard of a kit. If you're experienced at building models, you won't have any trouble building this thing. It's just taking the time to, drill the holes and run the fiber, and getting the overall look of the ship the way you want it and the way it should be from the movie. You could probably do more of a New Hope version where it's more white. I think they were a little more gray in the Empire Strikes Back, and I'm doing a New Hope version. It's a little more white, and there's a mix of probably 70% white in 30% gray, just so it's not like bright white. And then I'll do a wash on it, and to bring out all the panel lines and details and stuff. So it's not a flashy ship. There's not a lot of flashing lights, and I'm not doing any flickering engine effects or anything, because this is going to be just a clean, you know, engines on. I'm lighting all 7 engines. So I'll get to the build, and my series is, I think it's about 7 videos, and pardon any rambling that I do. I didn't include a lot of the steps in it because it's just an overall review of the build. I didn't go step by step and show how to do LED lighting, how to do fiber. I did somebody had asked me about fiber, so I did include a little more information on that. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something out of it, and leave me some feedback if you'd like. And thanks for watching. See ya. Well, as you can see, I made some progress on the main hull on the bottom. I also created a makeshift Empire stand. I have a feeling I'm going to build more than one of these, so it's always good to have some place to put this thing. It's huge, so I wanted to make sure I had something stable while I'm working on this thing, because I'm going to build it from the bottom up. So that's just made out of 1-inch styrofoam. I just painted it so it looks cool. So this thing's going to sit nice and steady on here. That's not going anywhere. It's probably going to end up weighing like 10 pounds when it's done, if not more. So the main hull, it was 3 pieces, which sounds easy, but it was not. So it's 28 inches long, and about 18.5 inches wide. So it's really wide. These pieces, these two went in okay. This centerpiece kind of binds these two together, so you end up with 2 main sections after you have these. These two went together okay. They weren't too bad. This piece did not fit correctly. So there's tabs. This is all put together with, this is heavy duty epoxy. This isn't going anywhere. I could reinforce it with more plastic and stuff, but this epoxy is piled in here. All these crevices are all filled in. So there's 2 tabs that line up with this piece, and the tabs were basically 2 fins. So when you mounted this piece on, there was a gap here. It was not lining up, so I had to shim behind this tab with some styrene plastic to get the pieces to line up, so there's no ridge here at all. And I'll straighten out this this piece, and also this piece did not line up with this, so I had to pull this and glue it so all these lines lined up correctly, because that would be blatantly obvious. If these didn't line up, the whole thing wouldn't look right. You'd have, even though it is the bottom of the ship, I would know. And there's a very small gap here, which I'll fill in. So yeah, it's nice and big. I love the size. It's nice and big, and there's a ton of detail on this thing. You can see all the panel lines and the raised
detail. I'm really happy with the quality of this casting. It's really high quality. I think it's going to look really cool when it's all together and lit up. So now I have the bottom together, and I can figure out how I'm going to put together the whole rest of the ship. So I'll come back when I have more done, but this is what I have so far.